Perhaps no surprise that this is what the president favors. How likely is it? And give us all the details.
So yes, one of our White House reporters, Jennifer Jacobs, has broken some news that Trump is actually telling confidants that he's considering basically the harshest recommendations that were given by the Commerce Department for steel and aluminum exports. If you remember last week, we got the Commerce Department publicly released its recommendations. It said steel and aluminum imports do pose a threat on national security grounds. And its harshest level of recommendations were a 24% tariff on steel imports and 7.7% on aluminum. What Jennifer's sources are telling her is that Trump is actually thinking about that as one of his top options right now, and in fact even increasing for aluminum to 10% the tariff across the board.
Okay, Sarah, President Trump has prided himself on being a good negotiator, and I'm wondering how much we can say this is sort of a political overture to certain people, because in the story it does say there is a special election on March 13th in Pennsylvania, and he does plan to make an announcement in Pennsylvania in the upcoming days about potential tariffs. So try to parse out, can we, how much is a political sort of posturing and how much is really what he intends to do?
Yeah, Pennsylvania is one of the states that one would think, you know, it's a blue-collar state and that this message of really harsh tariffs would play well in. So there is that aspect of it. And Trump does have until April 11th to make his steel recommendation and April 19th for aluminum. So we're, you know, this is weeks away that he still needs to make a decision on. And, you know, it is clear that this is just the options that he's considering right now. This is his thinking right now. And we do know that historically speaking, he's seemed to waffle and change his mind or think different ways on a number of issues. So as of right now, this is sort of what we're hearing that he's telling his confidants. We don't know if it's political maneuvering, if it's help with the special election in Pennsylvania, or whether he'll change his mind before the deadline.
Sarah, obviously, steelworkers are sort of classically what people think of perhaps as Trump supporters, but there are Trump supporters in a lot of industries that are steel consumers. In the car industry, I'm sure, and in construction and other areas. Tell us about the lobbying going on behind the scenes by these other industries that stand to lose out if the price of steel rises.
Yes, so obviously steel and aluminum producers in the U.S. for a long time, but way before Trump, have been complaining that China is dumping these metals into the market and dragging down global prices and making them uncompetitive. On the other side of that, there's steel consumers in the U.S. There's aluminum consumers. People think about your beer cans, your cars. You know, they're warning against this, saying that this is going to raise the prices.